Like, don't get me wrong, the game looks good. It plays smoothly, of course, on Switch too. But I just don't know. Like, I just don't know why this is the most expensive game out on the market right now. Hey guys, Leyland here. Mario Kart World released a week ago, at least from the time of the recording of this video, and I feel players have had plenty of time to play the game and to determine whether the $80 price tag on this game is worth it or not. Now, before anyone says, clearly Lynn, you spent $80, so you must have thought it was worth it, right? No, I got the Switch 2 bundle, so technically I only spent $50 on this game. And despite everything about this game, I feel that is a reasonable price for it. Especially over the honestly ridiculous $80 price tag that unfortunately Nintendo has started the trend for. And it's this new trend that others will be following this year, and of course the fear of GTA 6 being rumored at $100. Like honestly you guys, that is the sad truth about AAA gaming right now. The price keeps going up, but the games become more and more soulless over time. Because not only does the quality of a lot of them tank with each new release, they are constantly being plagued with bugs, glitches, day one patches, and so much more. Devs aren't getting enough time to actually work on these games to make them good. And it's really unfortunate when the games that I'm actually really excited for that get slapped with this new price tag. Like honestly, I was hyped for The Outer Worlds 2 during the Xbox Games Showcase, because I generally do enjoy these type of games, but it's also priced at $80. So that's unfortunately a game that I've wishlisted, and I'm going to be waiting until it actually goes on sale, because I don't believe games are worth $80. So of course, here's the question of the video. Do I feel that Mario Kart World is worth $80? No. I feel it's even a stretch to say Mario Kart World is even worth $70. Like, of course, feel free to stick around and hear my thoughts on the reasons why I feel this way, but if you just want a straight answer from me, yeah, I don't feel it's worth $80. Like, it's just not. Like, don't get me wrong, the game looks good. It plays smoothly, of course, on Switch too. But I just don't know. Like, I just don't know why this is the most expensive game out on the market right now. And the thing is, like, I absolutely love Mario Kart. I just don't understand why this game skipped the standard $70 and went straight to being priced at $80. So let's go ahead and jump into some of my thoughts on the game itself, and why I feel Mario Kart World is not worth $80. So you guys, right off the bat, what is available to players? There's of course single player, where you are going to be going up against the CPUs in Grand Prix, the new game mode, Knockout Tour, Burst Race, and Battle, as well as time travels of course. Grand Prix is one most players do in order to unlock both Mirror Mode and the new Rainbow Road. At least of course the time of this recording of the game's release, there is unfortunately no 200cc. I'll let you guys decide whether that's good or bad. As much fun as it can be sometimes, I feel 200cc though can make the races just a far too ridiculous. But it is sad to see that it is currently not in the games. There's also multiplayer, which is basically split screen that you can play with friends. There's also online play, which arguably most people will play on. Here's where racing, Knockout Tour, or Battle Mode are your options. And lastly, the new mode in Mario Kart World, which of course is Free Roam. And not gonna lie, it did actually take me about a day to actually figure out how to actually start this new mode. Because honestly, I must be blind. It's in the menu and you could see it in the bottom right corner. All you have to do is press plus. And you'll immediately jump into the world that's played on screen. Alright, so I am mostly going to be focusing on the online play of this game because single player is pretty much the same old. Now, some good points that I do want to say is the fact that there is more playable characters than ever before in Mario Kart World. Even if, of course, half of the roster is a bit goofy to me, there is of course a ton of racers to unlock. However, I will admit, half of which are just costumes. There's also the increase to the amount of racers in the game, which is now 24. And that is of course double the amount of racers that we've had previously. This also makes racing far more chaotic than ever before. And I do feel that it's up to players to decide whether this is a good thing or a bad thing. So with the online play, you have of course Race, Knockout Tour, and Battle Mode. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, Battle Mode is so underwhelming. Even more than before in the previous entries that I've played. I've watched plenty of other people play this mode, and yeah, I have absolutely zero interest in ever touching it in World. I did it a bit in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Switch, and even there, it wasn't the most exciting game mode. And to be honest, I feel it really hasn't been that much fun since probably Mario Kart 7 on 3DS, or even Mario Kart DS. And so many others feel the same way. This mode is just not as fun as it used to be. So let me briefly touch on racing, which honestly there is not a whole lot to talk about. I mean, it is the standard racing that you can do in every other Mario Kart. Pick a course, race, and keep going as long as you want in lobbies. I mean, that's pretty much it, and of course, you can collect coins to unlock new characters or carts, but realistically, you can do that in pretty much every game mode. Like, really, no matter what you do, you're going to be unlocking new characters and carts for you. So, with that, let's move on to what pretty much every player is probably playing in this game. That, of course, is Knockout Tour. And, like, this is hands down the most fun that I've had so far in the game. Every match that you play is a course that gets picked. You start with 24 racers, and when you reach the end of each course, the player count shrinks. If you stay within the required amount, you keep racing. However, if you're too slow when you reach the end of the course, you unfortunately get knocked out. The thing that I like most about this, of course, is that it is a continuous race until the winner reaches the very end. Again, this is literally the most fun that I have had so far in this game, and yeah, I can honestly see myself sinking probably hundreds upon hundreds of hours into it. It's fun, it's chaotic as hell, and it's no doubt the mode that the majority of players that have the game are playing. Which is honestly funny with the next thing that I'm going to go into, which of course is the free roam. And this of course is where players can go around and do whatever. Explore, do side quest challenges, practice tricks around courses, hang out with your friends, and more. And this mode is honestly extremely underwhelming to most people. This, unfortunately, is one of those modes where it's up to the players to decide whether this new take on Mario Kart being open world is either good or not. Because I feel that the majority of players probably don't care about this new mode. You might play it a bit, you might do the challenge quests, unlock some characters and things, and then, honestly, you probably get bored of it and then never touch it again. I can probably see the group that utilizes this the most are probably going to be streamers and people like myself, content creators. Because honestly, outside of what Nintendo offers you to do, it is ultimately up to the player's imagination to create their own fun with this mode. And of course, I do have some thoughts and ideas that I would like to play eventually with this mode. Beyond that, of course, I don't feel this new mode is what most players are excited for, and seriously, the unfortunate thing is, and unfortunately, sadly, this is the main reason why Nintendo feels this game is worthy of $80. Like, they feel the level of quality and detail that they've put into this new feature of Mario Kart, being open world of course, justifies the price of it being $80. And like, yeah, a lot of people's frustration with Nintendo right now is that because they feel it justifies the price of what work has been put into it, they feel it's worth $80, which I know a lot of people out there argue and refuse. I'm one of them, of course. I don't feel this game is worth $80. I feel it's even a stretch to say that this game is worth $70. Like, as I said before, the game looks good, of course. It runs smooth as butter on Switch too. I just don't see what we are given as a product worthy of this price. And in all honesty, if I didn't get the bundle, I wouldn't have gotten this game at all until it probably went on sale, or, you know, of course, get it secondhand with a physical copy. Which is honestly kind of funny because we all know this game is no doubt going to get an expansion, of course, of some kind down the road. Probably similar to the booster course that we got in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which in and of itself, that was $25, but it did add a bunch of new courses and characters over time. We'll probably see them do that in World, but the price of the base game already being $80, who's to say that they won't raise the price of that new content as well and put it up to about $40 or more? And it's simply because they feel like it's worth the price. Either way, most people are going to be probably dropping over $100 in total on this game, with the expansion included. And this just honestly makes me feel so underwhelmed when you compare that price to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which the base price of that game at $60, which of course you know Nintendo never drops the price of their games, adding on with the bonus content of their booster course of $25, the price for all of that is $80. Literally just $5 more than the base price of Mario Kart World. And you are getting far less content. But don't worry, because Nintendo feels that the empty open world and the free roam mode is more than enough to justify it. And I just feel that it's a bit overpriced. Again, I feel that it's even stretching it to say that this game is worth $70. If you can get the bundle, have at it. It's $50. But I can't recommend spending nearly $90 on this game after taxes, especially for what content you get with it. Because as I said too, I guarantee you, more than 90% of the player base right now is probably playing Knockout Tour. Let's be honest, that's what people are playing. They don't really care about the free roam, they don't really care that it's open world. It's cool that it is, but yeah. The entire thing Nintendo is focused on and justifying the price for, most players don't care. It's just Knockout Tour. And of course, with that, you guys, I'd love to hear what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think it's worth $80? Or do you agree with me and many others in saying that this game should be lower? Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, dislike if you didn't, share, subscribe for more content. Members on screen, I appreciate you guys all so very, very much. My name is Leyland, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later!